me ducks, it's Simon here. Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. It's been a while. Yeah, over a week since I last did anything on my channel. Apologies about Saturday for Cup of Ketchup and Cards. There's only 2 Saturdays a year I have to work, and I thought I could do it. But after the early start and having a really busy day, we had an exhibition stand and I spoke to hundreds of people. I just didn't have either the energy or the voice to do a live. So that's why I wasn't able to come on Saturday, but I'll be on this Saturday. I've come on tonight because I've taken a delivery today from the Oneness Emporium. I have no idea what's inside. I think I have an idea about one deck because Cheryl spoke to me about one deck, but yeah, I don't know. It feels like there's more than one deck. All I've done is I've scored down the sides just to help with the opening of the package, but I haven't done anything else. So we've got our little card on the inside. It says Merry Christmas, and it's already really Christmassy. Starting to feel Christmassy. We had a sprinkling of snow today. Dark Wood. Oh, Dark Wood has been released as a tarot mini. I had no idea. Look how tiny that is. I've got the Dark Wood tarot, but I had no idea it was going to be a mini. I'm not sure what deck that is, but it's beautiful, really beautiful artwork that is. And then we have, is that the Mystical Manga? That's the Mystical Manga. That's in a mini as well. Oh my gosh, all these minis. And then we've got another little Christmas greetings. These are lovely. They're just, you know, like postcard size. They're not cards, but really nice with these Merry Christmas designs that Cheryl's got. And I love the candy cane, wrapping paper. Everything is just beautifully presented. I think today is the last day of the Black Friday sales because 30th of November is I believe, the cut-off on the sales. But, you know, check out Oneness Emporium because her stock is very broad and great prices. And we get things ahead of release date sometimes. Oh my gosh, there's the... I had no idea about these decks, these little minis. Are they, no, they're Llewellyn. So Mystical Manga Tarot, I know that was indie once, but I bought it, I think I bought it in Glastonbury when I went in 2018. And Dark Wood Tarot, a couple of years ago now, we reviewed it on the Tarot Times actually. But I had no idea they were minis, so they'll be fun to do walkthroughs of. And then Jack-o'-lantern, and this is what I thought it might be because Cheryl mentioned this, Tarot of the Longest Dream. It's an RWS deck, but it's, from what I can remember, I think it's brings in like the dream world and surrealism, and there's lots of hidden symbols that play into kind of the subconscious mind when we're in like a dream state. But the artwork looks fantastic. And then Jack-o'-lantern was because Cheryl sent me a week or so ago now the Tarot of Traditions, and I mentioned that I'd got the Pre-Raphaelite and the Mystical Tarot, and I mentioned that the creator of this deck, does it not credit him on the packaging anywhere? Oh, that's annoying when that happens, isn't it? Where's the decks? Because his name has gone right out of my mind. Where did I put them? Here they are. Yeah, so Pre-Raphaelite, Mystical Tarot, and then last week I did a walkthrough of the Tarot of Traditions, and it's Giuliano Costa. And I mentioned that it'd also done Jack-o'-lantern Tarot, which I thought I'd got. That's worrying when you think you've got a deck, but you haven't. And Cheryl said, I can't believe you don't have Jack-o'-lantern. and I didn't even know she had this in stock, but she's popped it in the box. So that kind of create, what's the word I'm trying to say? I've worked till like 7 p.m. tonight, and my head's a bit of a shed. That completes kind of like the collection of his decks with Lo Scarabeo. I'm not sure what the card stock will be like in that. I was a little bit disappointed with Tower of Traditions, as I mentioned. But anyway, the artwork is stunning, as is his style. You know, this beautiful, beautiful artwork. So we'll have a look at Jack-o'-lantern Tarot as well. But for tonight, we are going to look at Tarot of the Longest Dream by Roberto Innocenti. I hope I've said his name right. Let's find that little place. I can see it, as in where the strip is. There we go. That makes it easier. So we'll take the plastic off. And we'll soon know if that cardstock is like their normal cardstock now, because this is a newish deck. It's certainly come out this year, Tower of the Longest Dream. In fact, I'm saying newish deck, come out this year. It came out 2 days ago. I think the release date was the 28th of November. Certainly in the UK, anyway. You can see it. There we are. There's the lip for it. Okay. So it's supposed to make it easier to take the plastic off. Should be. All right, so we're in. So we've got the little white book that I like the backs, that we're used to getting from Lo Scarabeo, where it has multiple languages in it. We normally get around 28 pages. Looks like not quite that. Where does it? Oh wow, we've got less than that. We've got 18 pages. But that's okay. It's just a basic little white book that you tend to get with Lo Scarabeo decks. It's giving you a 3-card spread, which is Now I Lay Me Down. It's all about dreaming and sleep time. Falling deeper and deeper in your dream. That's an interesting spread to do. And then we get just a sentence for each of the cards. Looks like we're sticking with cups, the traditional suits of cups, pentacles, wands, and swords should be, yeah. So, little white book. The obligatory Lo Scarabeo card. Cardstock, yeah. It is what it is. I'm not going to belabor the point, but it looks like it's bowing a little bit as well. But yeah, it must be their new style cardstock. Okay, so Tarot of the Longest Dream. These are the backs, and they're not reversible. We've got this kind of setting sun. Oh, it could be a rising sun actually, but reflecting on this kind of ocean. And we're looking through this kind of brickwork design, like we're inside some kind of palace and looking out through this ornate wall. So it's quite beautiful. Just do a bit of a close-up look so you can see it. Anything at the back? No, we're finishing with the King of Swords. Yeah, it's a very thin deck, as you can see. Okay, so let's bring down the camera and let's take a closer look at the images. Okay, so let's take a look then. So very similar to the decks that I've been showing recently, and a much improvement actually on Lo Scarabeo decks. I love the fact that we just have the banner at the bottom. We don't have the different symbols, well, especially when we get to the minors. Interestingly, and I don't know if this is going to be kind of how it is, but They seem to be doing more and more decks in English. Now, whether they release in different languages in different countries, I don't know. But I do kind of feel sorry for other countries because before, although it was distracting, you'd have these panels and they'd be like multiple languages all the way around. Personally, I used to trim them like tarot, Mystical Forest. Because I found it so distracting. So I'm pleased for a selfish point of view, but very often we used to just see symbols as well, like a 6 and then the symbol for the pentacle or the cup, etc. But that's not what's happening here. Artwork, I'm already loving this. So a very traditional full card. We've got the dog is biting at the tail coat tail, I should say. He's got his usual kind of swag on a stick, and he's got a rose in his hand. So it's very RWS here. As you can see, it's stepping off into this precipice, and you see how high it is because you've got the birds kind of flying below. This actually looks like it's a ruin. It's like he's walking over what was once a bridge, and it's kind of decayed and fallen away, broken away. So he's not even aware because he's just looking up into the sky. But I like the fact that it's not just a cliff, it's a part of a broken building, it's a ruin. Magician, love the colours. They're nice, but they're not you know, bright and bold. They've got like a pastel-y kind of pale look to them. They're really nice. Rather than being quite vivid and gaudy. Our High Priestess, love her third eye there. Beautiful. We've got the B and the J, the Boaz and Yakim pillars in the black and white. So far quite traditional. I love, oh, we've almost got, it's like a Popes kind of hat, headgear, headwear. The Empress is beautiful. We've got the wheat, the waterfalls, the luscious green fields and trees. We've got mountains in the distance. Yeah, really beautiful. I like the dove as well. And then we have the Emperor, and quite in contrast to the luscious green landscape, we've got lots of rocks, hard kind of a terrain that's less appealing. Quite a challenging one. Love the water coming between the rocks here. The Hierophant, it looks like they could all be in the same sort of building vicinity. So here, the cross keys is actually part of the stone masonry, which is interesting. Got the fire symbol here. Ooh, just got a cramp in my hand. It made all my fingers and thumbs scrunched together. Must be the way I'm holding the deck. Beautiful Lover's card. Really nice. Love the burning tree. The serpent here. Chariot. I love the expression on the sphinxes there. And I really should sit with these images and just really immerse myself into them, because from what I remember reading about this deck, you know, because it's kind of plays into the subconscious, and also there's lots of hidden symbols and things like that to look for. I love this lion. Look at him, he looks fierce. Look at his claws. Love the Hermit card. It's fantastic. Our Wheel of Fortune. Look at the Anubis there. Justice. Oh, the Hangman's got, it's on a ship, which is interesting, above this kind of trap door. But the expression on the face is interesting. Oh, look at this for Death card. Love it. Love this image. I mean, it's tradition in the sense that it's got the white rose on the black flag. We've got the kind of two pillars in the distance. But look at this death figure. Even the horse is a skeleton. And then the expression on the faces. Wow. Epic death card. Temperance. Beautiful. Love. Again, the setting sun. Look at the little lotus flower here. Looks like we've got daffodils. Really beautiful. Wow. Look at them in real despair. But isn't that a magnificent devil card? Furnace below. We've got this bat here. Love it. Love the perspective with the tower card here. Yeah, that's really good. That's really well done. Again, I know, let me just take a drink of juice because struggling a bit to talk. Being at the foot of the tower here and seeing them falling towards you, that, you know, it's more in perspective, which sometimes I have to chuckle when I see tower cards when they get the perspective wrong. But again, this dreamland that we're in, there's a connection with the kind of architecture that we're seeing. It's very, you know, in keeping all the way through. Even the you see these mountains here without these mushroom tops on them. That appears in so many cards that I've seen so far. Let me show you some, like here, here. So it has a very similar sort of place. Here's our moon card. So even though it's a, you know, a different perspective, we've still got like a crayfish here, or some sort of, is it a crayfish? It might be some other sort of sea creature, but we've got the two, the wolf and the dog that we usually see in. We've got two paths here that go either side of the pillars. Beautiful, beautiful moon. There's our sun. We've got two people on the horse. The Judgment card. Love the artwork, really love it. And the colours are lovely. Subtle, that's the word I was trying to look for earlier. Yeah, not so much pastel, but they're very subtle. Okay, so I'll go a little bit faster. These are the minors, so we're into our cup suit, which are beautiful. Again, lots of traditional symbology in the cards. Quite a bit of nakedness in this deck, I've noticed. I have no issue with that at all. Oh, that's interesting. I've got a female in this Four of Cups, and it's actually coming from, I mean, it's still a hand through clouds, but it's coming from a different position. The 5. So beautiful. Really, really love this. The 9. So it's quite female centric. Not in the fact that there aren't males in the deck. Clearly there are males in the deck, and same with the Lovers card and the Two of Cups, etc. But we do seem to have a lot of females in images that we would usually see males in the traditional RWS. Don't have a problem with that at all. There's still males in the deck. This is very sort of Rapunzel, isn't it? The knight in shining armour coming to rescue the maiden in the tower. I do wish the cardstock was better than this though. I really do. Oh, Scarabeo, if you're watching, please go back to your old cardstock. Then we have a beautiful garden scene here for the pentacles, for the ace, with the statues and the fountains. Wow, look at that. Not only balancing there, but balancing on these waves on this boat. Quite a small boat as well for her. Quite a traditional 3. The 4, not so clingy onto the coins, but the 5. Wow, look at that. Very dark grey sky with lightning. Wet on the ground. 6. That's a pretty card for the 7. The 9. And the family scene for the 10. So our pages seem to be female so far. I like the connection between the king and queens in the suits as well. So we have our wands. That's very much like a baton, isn't it? Especially with these little leaves sprouting out of them. That's an interesting 4, having the people there in the foreground. 5. Yeah, the high horse. 7. Oh, that's interesting. He's stepping over these. These almost look like they're not flying through the sky. They're actually sticking out of the rocks, causing almost like a fence for him to, you know, have to climb through. Interesting, there's the helmet there. Oh wow, look at this structure. Love that. Wow, what is that? It's quite weird, but it's like a statue of some sort. And that's the thing with low Scarabeo decks, unless they come in a kit with a book. If you just get the little tuck boxes and you get a little white book, you don't get, you know, the stories. You get generic meanings. Love the Two of Swords. Both very sort of dark and gloomy. The 6. A snowy scene for the 7. Oh wow, look at that. 10. So there we have it. Tarot of the Longest Dream. Oh.
Simon.
Sorry about that. Yeah, Tarot of the Longest Dream. The artist is Roberto Innocenti. Oh, I wonder if that should be, if that's Italian for innocent. Yeah, let me know your thoughts of this new deck, a new RWS deck. Leave your comments below. I'll be back to do Jack-o'-lantern and also walkthroughs of the two mini decks, Mystical Manga and Darkwood Tarot. Well, this is obviously going to be a thing where they're bringing out their kind of previous releases, previous deck releases in mini versions. These are really mini as well. They're not pocket versions. They are literally mini versions. Probably a bit like Everyday Witch when they did that one. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.